I've realized that in life, nothing truly meaningful happens unless you're willing to take risks. Nelson Mandela once said, "There's no passion to be found in playing small, in settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Think about all the times you've been told to have a backup plan, just in case things don't work out. But here's the truth. I've never really understood that. Why would I want to fall back on something? If I'm going to fall, I want to fall forward because at least then I'll see what's coming. Without consistency, you'll never finish what you start, so go after what sets your soul on fire. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test involving 9 dots. You had to draw a solution without lifting your pencil, and the only way to do it was by going outside the lines. Don't be afraid to think outside the box, to fail big, or to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just fantasies. Take Reggie Jackson. He struck out over 2,600 times in his career, more than anyone else in the history of baseball. Yet, no one talks about the strikeouts. They remember the home runs. Every failure brings you one step closer to success. Thomas Edison, for example, failed 1,000 times before creating the light bulb. So don't let failure hold you back. Instead, let it propel you forward. You'll fail, lose, embarrass yourself, and suck at things. That's a given. It's not the typical message you'd expect at a graduation, but it's the truth. Embrace it. It's part of the journey. In acting, I faced failure constantly. Early in my career, I auditioned for a Broadway musical. It felt like the perfect role for me, except for one thing. I couldn't sing. Needless to say, I didn't get the job. But I didn't let that stop me. I kept going to audition after audition, praying and preparing, even though I kept failing. There's an old saying, if you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later, you're going to get a haircut. Eventually, I caught a break. Years later, I performed in a play called *Fences* on Broadway. Here's the twist. It was at the very same theater where I had failed that first audition 30 years before. Every one of you here has the ability to succeed, but do you have the courage to fail? If you're not failing, you're not even trying. To achieve something you've never had, you'll have to do something you've never done. Picture yourself on your deathbed, surrounded by the ghosts of unfulfilled potential, the talents you didn't use, the ideas you didn't pursue. How many ghosts will be standing around your bed when your time comes? I recently returned from South Africa, and while it's a beautiful country, there are places in dire need of help. And it's not just there, the world needs you. There's so much need everywhere, and we need it from you, the young generation. Whether it's your time, your talents, your prayers, or your treasures, give it everything you've got. Now, here's the last thing about failure. Sometimes it's the only way to figure out where you're meant to go. Life isn't a straight path. I started off as a pre-med student at Fordham University, then switched to pre-law, and later to journalism. My grades reflected that lack of direction. I hit rock bottom with a 1.8 GPA, and the university politely suggested I take some time off. At my lowest point, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop when an elder in the town gave me a prophecy. You're going to travel the world and speak to millions of people. At the time, I had no idea how, but that prophecy came true. I've traveled the world and spoken to millions, not in person but through my films. They didn't see the real me, but I see you now. So here's what I want you to remember. Taking risks isn't just about going after a job. It's about understanding what you know, what you don't know, and being open to new people and ideas. The risks you take, the people you meet, the love you share, and the faith you carry, that's what defines your life. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you've got. And when you stumble, remember, fall forward. It's about understanding what you know, what you don't know, and being open to new people and ideas. The risks you take, the people you meet, the love you share, and the faith you carry, that's what defines your life. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you've got. And when you stumble, remember, fall forward.